Peace and blessings, beautiful people. Peace and blessings. This is Empress Imani, and welcome to this episode of Sacred Love Lessons. This episode is sponsored by House of Sacred Love, where you will find online courses for your personal development and growth. Sign up for a complimentary 21-day mind-body detox and learn how to design your life with affirmations. Get rid of stinking thinking today. houseofsacredlove.com. Today, you guys, we're talking about the Fountain of Youth. The Fountain of Youth is a mythical spring that allegedly restores the youth of anyone who drinks or bathes in its waters. Now, it was said long ago that the Fountain of Youth was discovered in the state of Florida in the U.S. Who knows, right? But let's talk about the Fountain of Youth in today's term, right? So this episode is all about the energy of self-love, aka the Fountain of Youth. Now, the energy of self-love is healing and restoring. You guys see the similarities? It's about carrying your own water, being responsible for your energy, your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. So indirectly, this episode is about action and the energy that follows action, right? Self-love energy. So you guys know a fun fact. Isaac Newton, he taught that an object at rest will remain at rest, and an object in motion will continue to move. So when you tap into your fountain of youth, right, aka your self-love, and you pour that in there into yourself, you drink of your self-love, you bathe of your self-love will heal and restore you, right? So speaking of Isaac Newton, I used to wonder why. You guys know, in my previous life, I was an attorney of 22 years, and I stayed busy, right? Work was not an issue. I stayed busy, but I always wondered why people always brought me more work when they could see that I was very, very busy, right? I was always busy. And so I thought about Isaac Newton when he said that an object at rest will remain at rest, but an object in motion will continue to move. And then I realized that people could see my work ethic, and they knew that if they gave me the work would get done. So, beloved, you must do the work, right? You must do the work. If you want the reward, you must put in the work, okay? So the greatest gift that you can give yourself is unconditional love. And I'm asking you to give yourself the gift of self-love today. And that's what the Fountain of Youth is all about. Giving yourself the gift of self-love. Now, when you love yourself, what happens? You set healthy boundaries. 2, you make healthy choices, right? 3, you protect what you value. And the way you feel about yourself affects every choice you make. Now let's talk about self-esteem. Self-esteem is what you think about yourself, okay? Now keep Isaac Newton in the back of your head, right? Keep that in the back of your head. When you love yourself, right, your self-love grows. When your self-love grows, your self-esteem grows. When your self-esteem grows, your self-respect grows. That takes me back to my previous point. When you love yourself, you set healthy boundaries, you make healthy choices, you protect what you value, and the way you feel about yourself, your self-esteem, affects every choice you make. Now, how do you activate the Fountain of Youth? Well, the first thing you need to know is you must know who you are. Now, you guys know I love this exercise, and yes, I am talking about the Who Am I exercise. Do you know who you are? Do you? Right? At your core, do you know who you are? If you're out there saying, oh, I'm somebody's mother, sister, brother, whatever, whatever. You're not quite there, right? You need to go deeper. So I would highly encourage you to participate in the Who Am I exercise. And the way this works is you ask yourself, you get still, right? Cut the TV off, you get somewhere where you can get still, alone, unplug from your phone, social media. And then you ask yourself, who am I? And you just be quiet. Sit there in the silence. You'll enjoy it. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but over time, give it time, right? It'll become second nature. And then your inner voice, right? Your highest self will begin to paint a picture of who you are, right? And this is how you develop your inner vision. Your highest self will begin to reveal to you who you are. And you may have to go through this process several times before the picture becomes clear. But the more you do it, the more clarity you will receive, right? And this is how you develop your inner vision. So that's your number one. You must know who you are. 2, you must know what is true for you. What is your truth? Okay, what is your truth? You know, a lot of times people will project onto us and they will speak their truth, right, onto us. But that is not what is true for you. And so you have to find out what is true for you. What do you stand for? What do you like? What do you not like, right? It's all about developing your inner voice. And then once you discover what is true for you, then speak your truth. Speak it out loud, right? And this is how you develop your inner voice. Number 3, you have to know what is right for you. You know, everything is not for everybody. And what is right for the next person may not be right for you. So you have to know what is right for you, right? And then once you find out, don't settle for less, because it's all about self-love, right? Tapping into the fountain of you. Now, in this process, right, when you determine what is right for you, you'll go through what I call cutting season. Now, cutting season is where you keep your grass low so you can properly see what is in front of you. Now, during this phase, you may have to cut some people, some places, some things, habits out of your life. That's why it's called cutting season, you guys. And shout out to Case the Pointer. I love your work. Keep up the good work, mama. This is how you develop your inner strength. You go through your cutting season. And you may have multiple cutting seasons, right? Always cut in layers, right? I look and I see, okay, what's the low-hanging fruit that needs to go first? Boom, that's my layer 1. Then I go to the next level. Okay, what's the next level that needs to go? Boom, I cut that out. Now keep in mind, we're cutting out people, places, things, habits, limiting beliefs, all the things that need to go that do not heal or restore us, because we're tapping into our fountain of youth. And the fountain of youth is all about self-love. It's all about taking action. It's all about healing and restoration for you, right? No one else, for you. So what happens when you activate the fountain of youth? When you operate in a spirit of self-love, because that's what we're talking about, self-love. When you operate in a spirit of self-love, you reclaim your power, your peace, your joy, your happiness, your laughter, your fun, your meaning to life. You reclaim all of that and you bring it back into yourself. When you operate in the spirit of self-love, you become resilient. You have the ability to recover and adjust easily to misfortune or change, right? Your perception will change in this phase here. When you operate in a spirit of self-love, you have more reach. The ability to reach out and lift someone else up. The way I'm doing for you right now, right? I've had to go through my own cutting season. I've had to tap into my own fountain of youth. That's why I'm able to speak with you today, to reach out to you today. Your loving self will inspire someone else to do the same. When you operate in self-love, you radiate light. The light not only brings joy to you, but it brings joy to other people as well. So that's what happened. Those 4 things happen when you activate the fountain of youth. Now, let's talk about the benefits. When you drink and bathe in your fountain of youth, your self-love, the energy of your self-love, you will know yourself better, because you're going to discover that in the Who Am I, remember? You're going to find out what you like, what you dislike, your strengths, things you need to work on. You're going to gain mental clarity. You'll be more mindful of your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, because that is your responsibility to carry your own water, right? You'll get rid of stress, because you're going to go through a cutting season where you're going to, eliminate people, and you'll just have to love those people from a distance, right? We're not saying don't love people, but you'll just have to love people from a distance where they're not in your energy field. They're not in your immediate reality. It's more of I'll see you when I see you. And if I don't, great. And if I do, hey, I'll just love you from a distance, right? So in this phase, you'll reduce the stress by getting rid of people, places, things, habits, limiting beliefs as you clear out negative energy from your life, right? So those are the benefits of tapping into your fountain of youth. Now let's recap. How do you activate the fountain of youth? You ask yourself, who am I? Then you discover what is true for you. Then you find out what is right for you. Then you take action. And overall, you will heal and restore yourself. So that's what I have for you today. I hope this episode has been of value. Don't forget to share it out, like it, share it. Go over to House of Sacred Love, where we have online courses that will help you to tap into your fountain of youth. And until we speak again, you got it. Be the light.